In a world filled with challenges, a silent battle unfolds. The Paris 2024 Olympics are not just a stage for athletes, but a spiritual battlefield where faith rises against the forces of darkness. As the devil watches, powerless, acts of courage and devotion stand out. Skateboarder GABRIEL, in a bold gesture of faith, declares in sign language the biblical verse, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," challenging the mockery that tries to silence God's voice. And it doesn't stop there. Tatiana Smith, the South African swimmer, lifted her gold to the sky and immediately thanked Jesus and the Holy Spirit on her social media, striking a direct blow against the forces of evil. But the true climax is revealed with GABRIEL MEDINA, who not only marks history in surfing but also becomes an icon of faith and devotion, and you'll find out why. Stay with us. Public displays of faith at the Olympics. The Olympics in France have turned into a true spiritual battlefield. Athletes, facing physical and emotional challenges, also deal with a deeper fight against invisible forces. During the opening ceremony, the ridiculing of faith became a central theme widely discussed around the world, raising questions about spirituality amid sports competitions. For many believers, this was not just an act of scorn, it was a call to resistance and affirmation of faith. Athletes like GABRIEL and Tatiana Smith have become symbols of hope and courage. Their performances were not just about medals, but about affirming God's presence in their lives at a moment of achievement. A powerful testimony of faith that stands against mockery. For these champion girls, the competition was more than a sports event, it was a manifestation of divine power, an opportunity to challenge the forces trying to silence belief. The reaction of believers was intense. Many saw in the actions of these athletes a powerful response to mockery. By challenging the devil himself, they showed that faith is stronger than any contempt. This spiritual struggle, though invisible, has a real impact on the life of each competitor. What many do not realize is that behind each victory, there is a constant battle between light and darkness. The moment athletes stand up and express their faith becomes a war cry. For them, each medal won is an achievement not just personally, but also spiritually. This dynamic between sport and faith creates an environment where the forces of darkness are confronted with courage and determination. GABRIEL MEDINA, the surfer who challenged hell with a gesture. GABRIEL MEDINA, in Paris, has not yet secured a medal, but he has already made history, and we are not talking about his incredible performance against surfer Kanoa Igarashi, where he scored a record-breaking 9.9 in surfing. It's a victory that goes far beyond sport. We're talking about the incredible photo that resonated around the world when he pointed to the sky after his nearly perfect maneuver. A statement that his strength comes from a higher power. This simple act, which for some may seem just a celebration, carries a powerful symbolic meaning. For the faithful, it's as if GABRIEL were challenging hell, showing that faith can overcome any obstacle. He has become a symbol of hope, not just for surf fans, but for everyone facing struggles in their lives. He is not afraid to give credit to God for his achievements, and this in turn inspires others to reflect on the origin of their own talents. The gesture of pointing to the sky is a public testimony of gratitude. It shows that, even at the height of success, Medina maintains humility and remembers that there is something greater than himself. This attitude can be a relief in a world that often exalts individualism and egocentrism. Moreover, this action becomes a symbol of hope for many. Seeing a renowned athlete express his faith can encourage young and aspiring athletes to follow their own paths with the same perspective. They learn that success is not just about competing, but also about recognizing the blessings they receive along the way. This can transform the way many face their own challenges, reminding them that each achievement is an opportunity to glorify something greater. Medina, therefore, becomes an example that sport and spirituality can coexist harmoniously. He shows that it is possible to be an elite athlete and, at the same time, a servant of God. In a world full of uncertainties, he invites us to look upward, to seek a deeper connection with the divine, and to remember that, in every victory, there is an opportunity to glorify God. This message resonates not just on the beaches and in competitions, but in every aspect of daily life. Gestures of faith, the language of heaven in action. Simple gestures, like pointing to the sky or kneeling, carry significant weight that goes beyond what the eyes can see. These acts are, in fact, expressions of an intimate connection with the divine. When an athlete performs a gesture of faith, he not only demonstrates his belief but also creates a direct link with God. This can be a comfort in times of pressure and uncertainty, showing that there is a greater power by his side. Moreover, these gestures can act as catalysts for transformation. In a competitive environment, where pressure and stress are palpable, a simple act of faith can bring peace to the athlete's heart. By kneeling or looking to the sky, he reaffirms his trust in God, challenging the forces trying to discredit him. This confidence is reflected in his performance, creating a positive cycle that can inspire those watching. The symbolism of these gestures also becomes a form of resistance. In times when spirituality is often overshadowed by a materialistic culture, these moments of worship stand out as beacons of hope. They show that, even amid chaos, faith can prevail. Each gesture is a declaration that spirituality is an essential part of life, capable of facing and challenging adversities. They are not rehearsed or planned, they are genuine expressions of faith that arise in the heat of the moment. This authenticity inspires others to express their own spirituality. Hope and spiritual guidance in times of crisis. When we look around, it's impossible not to notice that life is full of challenges. Each of us faces our own battles, and often, these difficulties can seem insurmountable. However, it is precisely in these moments of crisis that faith becomes a beacon to guide our steps. The message of hope is more necessary than ever, reminding us that even in life's storms, we can cling to the certainty that God is with us. It's a powerful reminder that we are not alone, and that faith can provide us with the strength needed to move forward. Perseverance in faith does not mean we should ignore our struggles. On the contrary, it's an invitation to face our challenges head-on, with the confidence that everything will work together for our good. It's as if we're in a race, where each obstacle makes us stronger and more determined to reach the finish line. When we can see beyond the pain and suffering, we find a greater purpose that propels us to continue. This perspective is crucial for those who wish to live an authentic life of faith. Furthermore, worship plays a crucial role in this process of overcoming. When we turn to music, prayer, and communion with other believers, we find a safe space to express our emotions and renew our strength. Worship is not just a habitual practice, it's a way to connect with the divine and remember the promises made to us. It's in this environment that many people experience profound transformations, where pain becomes support and desolation turns into hope. In difficult times, it's easy to lose focus and be swayed by insecurity. However, it's vital to remember that faith is a daily choice. Choosing to believe, even when the evidence seems contrary, is an act of courage. This courage is fueled by the conviction that God is in control and that, in some way, He is turning our struggles into victories. Each time we decide to trust, even in small ways, we are building a legacy of faith that not only benefits us but also inspires those around us. No matter how difficult the days may be, the certainty that we are under the protection of unconditional love motivates us to keep going. After all, faith is the anchor that keeps us steady, even when the waves of life try to knock us down. And so, as we look at the Paris 2024 Olympics, we are reminded that the true battle goes beyond medals and competitions. The personal challenges we face often seem small in the face of the great spiritual battles unfolding around us. But, as we've seen with athletes like Raisa Leal and Tatiana Smith, these moments of public faith are victories for God. Each gesture, each word of gratitude, is a powerful reminder that light can shine, even in the shadows of mockery. And when we see Gabriel Medina, with a record score in his sport and a historic photo pointing to the Creator, we are not just witnessing a sporting achievement. We are witnessing an act of faith that echoes through the crowd, challenging the forces of evil. It is a call to all of us. How can we be light in our own challenges? How can we express our faith in times of difficulty? Remember, faith is a transformative force. Why not reflect on how you can apply this in your life? What gestures of faith could you adopt in your daily life? No matter the battle you face, know that all things work together for the good of those who love God. And, as always, stay strong, for victory is certain.